Hi friends, so welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. So today we're gonna get ready. Just wanted to chit chat with you, talk about life, ask how you're doing, get some updates, and do our makeup together. I really want to go for like a summer bronzy, super like almost like a glittery eye with a pop of blue, hence why I'm wearing a colorful t-shirt today. So if you are ready, you already know, grab your cafecito and let's get ready together. All right, you guys, let's jump right in. Look at my goodness, y'all. I have to dye my hair, but I've been like procrastinating because literally it's my least favorite chore, having to do my hair. It's so annoying. Okay, I am going to start with the skin, but I'm going to let it sink in, like all the skincare products for a while. Not all, the one skin products. And then we're going to move on to the eyes because I do want to use a little bit of like a glittery product. And I know for a fact that this is going to have a lot of fallout. So let's jump with the skin, or let's start with the skin. I am going to use my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops in Sun Glow. So these are actually pretty new. I have not used them at all. I've had them for probably over a month and I have just not used them whatsoever. But today is the day because I am using the It Cosmetics foundation, the CC Matte Foundation. And I love this one. I recently got it in PR and I really, really like it. But right now, my skin is going through like a dry, patchy phase because I started using Tretinoin, which is something that I've been wanting to use for quite some time. I just really, I guess I had been putting it off. And if you guys didn't know, if you don't follow me on like Instagram or anything, my mom is here from Mexico. I've spoken about this a few times on my YouTube channel, but my mom comes from Mexico to visit us at least like twice a year, and she stays with us for a little bit over a month. And this time around, I asked her to see if she could bring me back some Tretinoin because it's a lot cheaper in Mexico and it's literally the same potency. It's just more affordable. And so she did. She brought me a lot of Tretinoin and I just started using it. And you go through this like purging phase of like 4 to 8 weeks where your skin will purge. If you have acne, you'll probably break out more. And if you don't have acne, but your skin is like normal, it'll start drying out, flaking off. So my skin is definitely going through that purging phase. And it's not bad because I've been using my Korean skincare products, but I can definitely see some flakiness, like especially here and here. So I wanted something super hydrating because this is extremely matte, like extremely matte, but I really like it so far. So I'm going to go in with my eye base. I'm going to use my Dominique Everlasting Eye Base, which I haven't used in quite some time. I'm going to apply this. That is way too much. I'm going to apply this on my lids. Meanwhile, how are you guys? How is life? How y'all been? What is the 411? Okay, I need to know your vacation plans. I need to know everything that you guys are doing. Thank you so much for leaving really good recommendations on my last video, you guys, of what to do here in Texas. We definitely have some really fun plans for the weekend of what's today, the 20th of May. So we want to do something fun for the weekend because I think it's like Memorial Weekend. And my mom is here, so of course anytime that she's here we try to do extra fun things with the kids and just show her around Texas. But yeah, give me some more ideas on what to do like for Memorial Weekend. Maybe go to a lake or something. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to attempt to recreate an old makeup look. I will try to post a picture somewhere here. So I want to do like a bronze, like a soft bronzy eye with a pop of color underneath with blue. And then in the lash line, I'm also going to do a blue waterline, or blue in my waterline. But for the eyes, I want to keep it a little cool tone. So I'm going to go in with my Makeup by Mario palette. This is the Master Mattes The Neutrals. And of course, I'm going to start off with the vanilla shade. And I'm going to take that underneath the brow bone just to set that in place. Do you guys remember that I told you that I was going to take some courses for microblading. Well, it's technically called powder ombres, and I graduated. Yay! I took a 3-day course here in Houston, and it was amazing, you guys. Like, I learned so much. Like, I went in honestly with so much confidence because having about 10 years of beauty as a profession, I was like, I got this. This is going to be like so easy. I'm going to nail this. And boy, was I humbled. It was definitely a lot harder than I thought because you're working with a tattoo gun, okay? So your hand has to be extremely steady, which I feel like my hand is pretty steady in general, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, and definitely learned a lot. So I finished my course, and we even did a live model. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that. But now what I need to work on is just building my clientele and getting my tattoo license and doing all that and figuring out what I want to do as far as if I want to work at a spa, if I want to work for myself and like get a small little studio to begin with. I don't know exactly what I will be doing. So if you guys live here in Houston and if you guys are willing to be my model for free, because I do need to work on some models to get some more experience, I promise I'm not going to leave your brows looking crazy. Let's go in with our first shade. I think I'm going to take this one. I don't want anything too dark, so I'm going to take something like this and then maybe build it up. But actually, let's take a mix of these both. This one and this one. And I'm going to lay that down on the lid. Oh, yeah. But yeah, if you guys are willing to be my live model, I will do your brows for free. I just need to practice. Shoot me an email at ohmglashes@gmail.com, and you can put on the subtitle live brow model, and I will contact you back as soon as I can. But I definitely need to get on that because I need to work on some people. I have worked on one live model, and I will insert the picture here, and the brows actually look really, really good. Just be prepared that if you are interested in getting your brows done by me, be prepared to be here for a while because I am a beginner. So I am going to take my sweet time making sure that your brows look snatched, okay? I'm not going to let you look all crazy, I promise. I'm going to use my favorite transition shade, which is MAC Soft Brown. This is the one that I go for all the time if I want something a little like warm. So I'm going to use that to help me blend that shade. So yeah, guys, your girl is officially a PMU, which is a permanent makeup artist, and I am so excited for this new journey. But along with this new journey, y'all, I've been having some some struggles. I'm actually going to take a little bit of that dark brown and I'm going to place that on top just because I want it to be a little darker. But yeah, you guys, nobody really talks about like the stress that really goes behind trying to create a new business. I have not been sleeping well. I am not okay mentally, all right? I am so stressed. I am by nature an overthinker, and unfortunately sometimes those thoughts turn very negative, and I want to say, and I like to believe that I'm a very like positive person in general, but man, starting this new adventure, this new like business, it's definitely taking a toll on me because there's so much to do. And I feel like it's a lot harder now that I'm in it than when I was going into it. It just seemed a lot easier, if that makes sense. And so now it's like having to put myself out there, getting my name out there, trying to recruit clientele, and still on top of that, trying to figure out what I want to do if I want to work from home, if I want to work for somebody else. So if you guys know anything about being a permanent makeup artist, or if you know anybody in your close family, friends, or circle that can throw some advice my way, please let me know, because it's definitely been like hard on me. It's keeping me up at night. It makes me worry about things I probably shouldn't even worry about at the moment. But it's one of those things that you just kind of have to take into consideration once you're starting a business, because life is going to be a lot different. And for now, I'm really seeing this more as a side hustle. I'm not really focused on taking all my time into this, because obviously right now YouTube is like my main focus, right? This is like my first job, and I definitely don't want to neglect YouTube because I still have a passion for it and I love posting videos and I love interacting with you guys. But this is also a new adventure that also needs my time, that I also need to focus on. So it's definitely been a struggle, and it's just one thing after another. So stressing is definitely an understatement, but you know what? I know that everything is going to work out fine, and I'm just going to take my time with it. I'm not trying to rush myself. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but I also want to make sure that I'm giving it my all, because I want this to be successful. I want this to give me like the financial freedom that unfortunately I have not been able to gain from YouTube. It is nice, and I'm still very blessed. Do not get me wrong. I am very blessed to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, be with my babies, which is obviously the best thing. Not a lot of people get to do that. So I am very grateful that I still get this opportunity, but YouTube has not been able to give me the financial freedom that I want for my family. And so that's why I wanted to venture out into something new and something that was still within the reach of my knowledge, which is the beauty industry, right? So for my glitter, I'm actually going to use this one from One Size Beauty. It is the Let's Pump little eyeshadow glitter. It has a little bit of a cool tone. So I'm going to apply this like all over the lid just to add a little extra something. If you guys are business owners or anything like that, like you know the struggle of just having so much on your mind, and it really does take a toll on you, and it's draining. It really is. And I'm trying my hardest just to stay positive, but there's days where I definitely get down on myself. And then for some reason, I've been feeling super self-conscious about my body recently too. I I've I'm not saying that I love or hate my body. I've always just kind of been like, well, it is what it is. You know, I'm a little thick. I don't work out. I'm lazy. So I've been feeling super self-conscious about what I wear, how I look with what I wear, especially now that it's like summer and the heat is starting to rise here in Houston, which means, you know, skirts, shorts, sleeveless shirts, and I'm just like feeling all sorts of uncomfortable. Like my body, I'm not in a place where I have that like loving relationship that I should have. I applied my lashes off camera. These are the Murillo Volume 2 X Beauty Creation lashes, and I'm wearing the style Addicted, which are obviously the ones that I have on my eyes. And then I ended up adding a little bit of this Metalist Sparkling Foiled Pigment by the brand Touch and Soul. I don't know if this brand is still sold anywhere, but this is what it looks like. It's a really pretty like bronzy foiled. I felt like it needed a little bit of warmth, and I think it added the perfect amount. So let's move on to the skin. Like I mentioned, my skin is kind of like going through it right now because I am on Tretinoin, and I'm so excited. I'm mainly using it for the anti-aging benefits. Obviously, I don't need it for acne. I don't suffer from acne, thankfully, but I really want it for the benefits of just anti-aging, because mama's not getting any younger. And even though the Korean skincare brand that I started using recently, like it has done wonders for my skin, but I'm not necessarily using anything for anti-aging, and I know tretinoin does wonders when it comes to that. So I will keep you guys updated, and I mean, you will see my skin changing. I know it takes some time for you to fully see results, so I'm just gonna, take my time with it. I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Again, this is the IT Cosmetics CC Natural Matte Color Correcting Pore Refining Full Coverage Cream. I am in the shade Medium Tan. These foundations are definitely a little off, like, I don't know. The color is definitely not my favorite, but I do like the coverage, and I do like how matte it is, especially for the warmer weather. So it's just like a little lighter than my complexion, but it's not a big deal because I do go in with a good amount of bronzer and just kind of balance it out, and it looks okay. And a little goes a long way. Do you see how really nice it's like blending into the skin? And it immediately sets matte, which is definitely my favorite thing. I'm gonna go into Ulta today and see these foundations, and I'm gonna swatch, I think, the next shade after this to see if that one would match me better, because honestly I really like it so far, and I like how lightweight it is, but I especially like how matte it is. Even though the Urban Decay Phase Bond foundation is like bomb, this one is a CC cream, and I believe it has SPF, yeah, SPF of 40, and that way I don't really have to worry too much about wearing sunscreen, because honestly, I'm really bad at wearing sunscreen. It's really nice to be able to talk to you guys and like be open with you about struggles that I have as a human, as a woman, because I don't know, I feel like social media has opened that gate to like mental health awareness. And growing up Hispanic, like, those are things that we don't talk about in our household. Like, mental health issues are definitely not a thing. And thankfully, my mom is a very open minded person. So she gets that, she understands that. But growing up, she definitely wasn't as open minded as she is now. And now I am able to have these types of conversations with her where I tell her how I'm feeling, and the insecurities that plague us as women, and not being confident in our body sometimes. Because like I said, I share my own good struggles of sometimes just loving my body, and then other times where I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to wear anything but baggy clothes. Like, I just want to hide my body. So if you're feeling a little down, if you're feeling not confident with your body, especially now that the summer is coming around, I feel like it can definitely get to be a lot. It can take a toll on your mental health. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't feel alone, because there is plenty of us that are also sharing the same struggle of just like wanting to hide our bodies in baggy clothes, literally. If any of you out there struggle with like working out, because literally it has been a lifelong struggle for me. There's I don't know what it is about working out. I just cannot commit myself. Like, I will start doing it for a good solid week, maybe two, maybe even a month, where I'm like, yes, I got this. I'm so motivated. I push myself, I go work out, and then I just like lose motivation. I know that has a lot to do with the discipline, and let me just say, I'm not the most disciplined person. So that's something that I struggle with. So if you struggle with working out, or if you have struggled with working out in the past, and let's say like now you have a good routine, please let me know some tips. Reach out to me, send me a DM, send me an email. I would love to have like an honest, deep conversation on why this could be, or like what are some encouraging tips that you may have to help somebody that struggles with that. Because not only do I want to feel good, but I also want to like be able to look good. I want to be able to love my body how it is in whatever it looks, but also have a healthier mindset, because I know eating clean, working out just elevates your mindset to a whole new level, and I want nothing more than that. And obviously social media doesn't make it any easier. Like, not to blame social media, because obviously you are, in charge of your body, but just seeing other people and comparing yourself, it's never easy. But I know that I need to do something. I need to get my butt up and start working out, and just feel healthier in general. So again, any tips, any recommendations, or even if you have like any influencers, any YouTubers, any personal coaches that you guys like to follow on social media that help you or that have helped you with your workout journey, like let me know because I would love to start somewhere. If you guys are wanting to try a new sponge for your concealer, this one has been my go-to for the past like month from e.l.f. It's their new little like sponge. I don't know what it is. It's obviously the shape actually. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it just, I don't know, it hugs the inner corners of the eye so nicely. And it just blends it. So highly recommend. I'm going to set and I'm going to use my Fit Me powder just because I haven't used this in quite some time. And this is actually like a really good powder. So let me move some stuff out of the way. We're going to clean up a little bit. Now that I'm wearing makeup, I can definitely see where the tretinoin is working like in these areas. I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful. Again, if you guys have experience with tretinoin, let me know your results. Speaking of results, you guys, if you didn't watch that video, please go back and watch it where I showed you my progress, my current routine with using my at-home IPL. Y'all, I know that video was sponsored, okay? But I am telling you that if you are wanting to be like completely hair-free for the summer, this is the way to go because I have been using it for what, over a month now, and I have shaved my arms maybe like once in the past like 2 weeks. So I'm still not where I want to be, and I need to find a soap to help lighten my underarms just because I applied way too much bronzer on that side. I need to find I was gonna say a bronzer. I need to find a soap to help me lighten my underarms just because they are a little like damaged from years of shaving. So the razor will cause burns on your skin, and I have a lot of like ingrown hairs and things like that. So if you guys know of a good soap or something to use on your underarms, let me know so I can like buy it and try it out for y'all, or just try it out in general because I really want my underarms to be like the color of my skin. Like they're already smooth. They feel so much smoother now, but I definitely want them to be a little bit lighter. So let me know if you guys have any hacks on what to use. I'm going to finish off the face and then we're going to move back onto the eyes. I am going to use my One Size Cheek Clapper and the shade Gworly Pop because pink and blue go really well together, but this is a really bright pink. So I'm only tapping it a little bit. I'm going to like cover the brush in the blush. Look at that. But I'm only going to apply a little bit because again, this is very, very strong, very pigmented. Apply the blue. So I'm first going to go in with my LA Girl Pastel Dream Auto Eyeliner in the shade Powder Blue. And then I'm going to use the ColourPop and Pokemon Collection Hydro Pump little, what are these called? The Super Shock Shadows. These are so pretty, and because it is like a metallic finish or glittery finish, whatever you want to call it, it's going to look really pretty. I'm going to use a really, really small detailing brush, something like this. And then I'm going to switch to a pencil brush like this. And this is the palette that I will be using to highlight my face, the Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter. And I'm going to use the shade Sparks, which is just, actually I use Sparks and Gleam and I mix them both. And I just brought that to the inner corner. This is like my go-to palette whenever I want like a really like, and I say natural highlighter because it really does make it seem like your skin is just glowing. So close to finishing Pretty Little Liars. I am on season 6, episode 14. I'm like watching it in between filming. And it is, I don't know, you guys, like I have a love-hate relationship with this show. So I've been watching it for months, but I took a long break from it. I think I stopped watching it for like 2 months or 3 months, something like that. because it's so long. Like if you guys ever watched it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Like this whole A and who's A, and then they discover who A is, and then it happens that it's not her, it's somebody else, and there's this whole backstory behind Allison, and oh my gosh, it is just too much. I'm like, all right, we gotta end it here. So I'm so close because I really want to start watching Bridgerton. Bridgerton, I believe that's how you pronounce it. My best friend from back home in Utah, she texted me. She's like, girl, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this show. It is so good. And I have heard so many people talking about it. I think if you guys have watched that show, let me know if you recommend it, if it's worth it, because I think that's gonna be on my next to watch list. I really like how the eyes turned out. This is exactly what I was going for. And this looks pretty much exactly the same as the look that I created a few years ago. So I am in awe, and I love this. So let's finish it off with applying our lip combo, which I'm going to go for something very toned down because the eyes are pretty bright. I used a little bit of gloss. I wasn't sure if I wanted to, but I feel like this look kind of like a called for it. So this is the Forget the Filler by Lawless in the shade Nude. These have been my new go-to glosses. They're so pretty and they're so like thick, but in a good way. It's not goopy whatsoever, and I love all the colors. So this is it, you guys. This is my final look. This is such an easy bronzy summer with a pop of color. You can literally add whatever color you want to the bottom lash line and you are good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Get Ready With Me. Thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. I would love to chat with you in the comment section down below. And don't forget, if you are in like the Houston area and you're willing to travel, hit me up at ohmglashes@gmail.com if you are willing to be a live model for powder ombre brows or ombre powder brows. And I would love to see you and meet you. So other than that, thank you for being here. I love you. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.